Cradle, Dogs of Fount, Chapter 33, Part 2. Yep, Stan tapped the table with his closed four fingers. Best pancakes is close to home. The food came another 5 minutes later, and the both of them dug in with plenty of syrup, ketchup, salt, and a little hot sauce. Porter was quickly getting full. Stan stopped eating for a moment and looked to be thinking with a far stare in his gray eyes. Nobody talks about endings, Port. Why do they always talk about them like it's something sad? It's like freedom. You don't have to worry about, life at all anymore sometimes. With some endings, Stan went on. Porter tried his best not to let a single tear roll out, so he wiped his eyes as casually as he could muster on his striped black tee. Endings are overrated. Only wusses give up. Dad will tell you that much. Porter gave his brother the necessary hateful look, and for the first time today, it looked like Stan finally snapped out of what was going through his head. He looked normal again for a moment, and then went on eating. They didn't talk much for the rest of their meal, and on the ride home, Stan blasted some rock and bass songs that he usually did, but at home, with his door closed, Porter drifted off with his head pressed against the rattling window, and when he awoke in the driveway, he could genuinely agree with himself that he needed that nap dearly. He sat in front of the keyboard for about 7 minutes before Ben responded. Port? Ben? Ben 71. What up, Port? Port, what level did you get to in Blast Runner? Porter was intrigued with the idea of video games, but he didn't know how to get them working on his computer. Ben said that his operating system and hardware were out of date, and that was confusing to Port. Port only knew how to chat, and that somehow was enough for now. Ben 71. Didn't play for a minute, had to black out. Raiding outlaws. Port. Yeah, hate them. From what Porter heard of outlaws, they might as well have been lunatics running in the streets with guns and ATVs. Ben 71. All good. Port. Not really. It seemed that Ben stepped away for a while, and Porter flipped through an old comic that was on the floor by the dresser while he waited. Ben 71. When we meeting up, Port? We could jet through the bowl. Jetting was riding electric scooters that were apparently deceivingly fast. The bowl was a park with a huge down satellite dish that they used as a ramp. Port. My peeps want me to stay home and guard our chickens from the bad kids up the block. Peeps was a piece of slang he picked up that he liked to sprinkle in every now and then. Ben 71. You're a damn nerd, man. You can never get out. It's like you gotta stick up your butt like a fountain. Porter's heart started to beat. He was wondering if Ben traced him back here. Somehow. All in all, it was the same though. His only choice was to maintain his cover. Port. Give it some time. That's all the food we have now. The eggs are really good. Ben 71. I heard that. I ate for the first time in a day just an hour ago. Port. Damn. Ben 71. I'm coming over one day, for real. Port. LOL. Man, I gotta go. See you. Ben 71. Peace. Porter didn't know how this would end, and what was even stranger is that he caught himself planning on leaving to go visit the heap. The word confusion popped in Porter's mind's eye, and he understood now why people did stupid stuff. They couldn't get the dumb thoughts out of their minds. It just keeps repeating and repeating until it wears you down and you end up in some trouble. It was only 6:30 now, and Porter didn't have much else to do. He went into the hallway and crept up to Stan's door and attempted to open it, and was surprised it opened. He saw Stan asleep on his bed with the magazine open face down next to his head. Porter closed the door again and exhaled. He made a note to pay attention to Stan, but wouldn't broach why.